Hi everyone, welcome to our Christmas class for this week. It's Thursday, a little around 1 o'clock. Took me a little bit longer to get it going because by golly, I was gonna find that button that flipped things. So hopefully the words are going the right direction this week. Facebook, they like to make changes all the time. So hopefully I got it right today. If not, I'll figure it out next week. But I'm so glad you guys are here. So we are right in the middle of 5 weeks of Christmas classes. And today I have 3 more, I think, really awesome cards to share with you and a bag. It's a pretty awesome bag too. They are very useful, things that you can use as we prepare for some homemade holidays. I love thinking of ways that I can create things and make things with my own hands and paper to be able to give for the holiday season. So thank you to all of you who are watching. Now this is one of my Christmas classes, so I'm offering them online and everybody gets to join in and watch, but this is also a class that I will ship to you. So you have to be in the United States, but how you pay for my classes, my Christmas classes, is they're free. All you have to do is place your online order in my online store, and I actually already shared the link, or I will share it afterwards too. I'll also email it out as well. And your order just has to be at least $35 or more, and I will send you the kit, the pieces to make the cards. You'll make 2 of each card, so it's 6 cards total, and then you'll make 1 of the bag. And I will ship that to you. Now, if your order goes over $50, then I have a free gift I'm gonna send you too. And today's free gift is pretty awesome. We haven't really had anything kind of like this, and so I've really been falling in love with them. They are these adhesive backed stars. So I'm gonna obviously use them quite a bit today so you could see. But that's how you pay for my classes. And so I'll be doing that. I did the last 2 weeks. So if you placed orders with me the last 2 weeks, you got your Christmas card class in the mail. I think the one from this week just shipped out, so you probably haven't arrived yet. Also, for everybody who does place their order in my online store, I also send you the PDF with the directions on how to replicate them with the measurements and pictures and all of that too. But everybody, all of my friends, all of you, I am glad that you are here watching. And I hopefully didn't forget anything today. You know, it's always a little tricky. Meanwhile, I am going to be watching for you on my page so I can watch your comments. I don't always, but because this is a class, I do want to be here to help you. My classes, typically I'm walking around, I'm helping, and I'm just here to hopefully teach you some little things, but encourage you to be creative. Get your crafting stuff all out and have fun with it. So shout out to all of you who take all my classes. It's November, so I've got a whole new lineup of events coming up. I am doing a Creating for Christ retreat. It's already sold out, but the online version is still available. And today I'm announcing a brand new stamp camp, and all of you here are going to get the first sneak peek. I'm partnering with my friend Ange McKay from Canada, who I partner with quite often because I can't sell to Canada and she can't sell to the US. So this way we work together to be able to service for everybody in Canada and US, because I shout out to all my Canadian friends and followers. A lot of you are my friends and followers. Hey, Sen, I just saw you pop on. You see, I need to get my hair done soon. It is getting a little desperate. Sen does my hair and she does my nails too. So I am actually gonna be seeing her today later. I just love that she's here. She's incredible. So any of you who are in the Lansing area, she is incredible. Love her to pieces. I never used to get my nails done ever because it was just too much time and I didn't have the time to do it. And I just like clean nails were fine with me. But I went once and had Sen, and I fallen in love with her, and she has done my nails for, I think it's almost been 1.5 years. So anyway, all right, that's enough about me, right? Yes, I do have a stamp camp. It is gonna be it's a beautiful one. So my last stamp camp was the gnomes. So it was very playful. This one is like gorgeous. But shout out to all my friends that are here. Are you guys ready to get started? I think I got all of you on here. So let's start off with one of our Christmas cards. And so again, every week for 5 weeks, this is the week 3, so like 2 more after this, I will be really focusing on Christmas. Not just cards, but I'll also be doing gift giving ideas and tags. And because I love Christmas, it is just like the best time of the year. And so, let me see, I gotta get all my things out here for my first card. I don't wanna forget anything. And we'll see. All right, thank you guys for being here. All right, so let's go ahead. If you do have a comment or something, you can definitely, I'll be trying to read my comments a little bit so I just don't get distracted. This card is special because I am featuring what's called the Whimsical Woodland Embossing Folder. So if you guys this one you do need to own the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, the big one. Usually I just play with my little one up here, but this one you have to have the big one. But I am definitely a fan of, let's see here, make sure there we go. I'm a fan of quick and simple for Christmas. You know that, that's probably why you're here with me, right? So I have a piece of our basic white and I have cut it to, I think it was 3.5 by 4 3/4. But I wanna show you, and I actually packed another piece in case I screw this up, because sometimes I do. Because you gotta make sure you put it on the right side. I'm just gonna guess. We're gonna put it on the side that has the label. I'm taking my soft sea foam, and so let me show you. Like I have a card here that I used with this embossing folder. Let me grab it really quick, just so you can see that, you know, it is, oh, here we go. Can you see how pretty it is in the background there? And it just creates this just perfect kind of embossed background. So super simple. You can do a couple of them even at a time. Well, I want to do something a little different. I'm gonna take my stamp pad, and I'm using the soft sea foam, and I'm just gonna, you can do whatever color you want. I told you guys last week, soft sea foam is one of my favorite colors, and I wasn't lying. It really is. So I'm just gonna cover this background. And then yes, I'll have to clean this later. Oh goodness. And then I'm just gonna put my paper over that and sandwich that in. And now I'm gonna run this through my die cut machine. And this, if you can, I know it takes up a lot. You need to just have your platform, and then I put that down there. And then this gray one, and it comes with it. Oh goodness, it comes with that one too. So anyway, that's how you do our 3D embossing folders. All right, let me get that out of the way. That's the big one, but you have to have the big one. And then look, let's see what happened. Let's see, oh goodness. Did I do it right? Yeah, baby. So it left, sometimes I get a little proud of myself. So this is a soft sea foam. Can you imagine that, like in pool party or anything? So this card I'm making is a non-traditional Christmas colors. So I'm using it with Melon Mambo. But look at those trees. So the trees stayed white wherever the other side probably would looked good too. But there we go. I'm just gluing that down to our piece of Melon Mambo. My card is soft sea foam. This beautiful green, which is also good for spring, so you might want to stock up on it. Get the whole pack of the cardstock. All right, so this is gonna go on the front. Before I glue that down, I am going to take the soft sea foam ribbon. It's the same one that I used I used it last week. All right, and I'm just gonna tie a bow on it. A nice big pretty bow. What I love about this ribbon is it is so soft, and it is so like it doesn't add a bunch of extra bulk to the card. All right, next I'm gonna take a shape, and that's what I was looking for. It went wayward. I think I know where it's at. Don't go anywhere. Keep looking at my beautiful card. I think I know exactly where it's at. I ran it through and then I left it. Yep. It's right where I thought it was. This is how I get my exercise for the day anyway. I can be running back and forth. All right, see, I'd already ran through a circle with a stitched stylish shapes. Gonna take out my stamp pad. The stamps that I'm using is Christmas to Remember. I'm gonna use Friends Like You, make this season special, because to me, this card is screaming Friends special because it's these beautiful, beautiful colors. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Melon Mambo, and we're gonna stamp that. Oh yay, look, the words are the right direction today. So I did get that correct. They changed that. All right, I'm using just the tail end of my dimensionals today, just because it's sitting here right in front of me. And I'll put some on here. Can you guys see how awesome this card is? It's really very unique. And wait till you see what's gonna make it even more special besides just the ribbon. So again, when you order the class, you get to the supplies for 2 of each card. So that was a total of 6, that will be a total of 6 cards. I'm gonna put it down just a little bit lower, because I want to be able to see, I mean, the trees are so cool. So I want to put this kind of down there at the bottom, like that. And then this is gonna get glued down. Stampin' Seal Plus is definitely my adhesive of choice. We don't want our cards falling apart if you go to all the work to make them. You want them to stay together. All right, so last but not least, like I told you, one of the embellishments I love are these new adhesive backed stars. And it's gonna really make this card totally awesome. Today's ordering special, actually it goes through Monday. You have Monday until midnight to order. And if you do, in my online store, then if you spend $35 and you get the kit, just the card kit for free. I will put the ribbon in there, but I won't put any of like the gems and stuff. I'm just gonna look, this is so cool. But if you go, whoa, look at that one. If you go over $50, then I will actually add on, look at those, really cool. I just put them on some of the tops of the trees. So, and they're super flat, but they're also super sparkly. I need one more over here. So I will take those. So there you go. What a fun, beautiful card. And again, you could do that in any color scheme. So let's say that you love blues, you can do it in blues, purples, or you could do traditional red and green as well. All right, so there is card number 1. And I'm gonna just put that aside, and let's go on to our next card. Okay, so I told you I was gonna give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what we're doing. I am announcing, I do stamp camps about 4 times a year. Yes, Trisha, Monday at midnight is when you have to place your order to be able to qualify for this class. Yeah, so this color combination I think is really pretty I think it's pretty for Christmas too. It's Melon Mambo and Soft Sea Foam. And actually this is one that I did, that Soft Sea Foam and Flirty Flamingo. So like, look, you can, and here's the same exact card because I loved it so much, and I did it in Fresh Freesia and Pool Party. So it's that same background. All right, so there's that. Okay, I wanted to give you a sneak peek. We're gonna be, the stamp camp coming up is extremely beautiful, and it's very traditionally Christmas. So these are some of the projects. You're gonna get the textural elements that just became available. They've been gone for like a month or so. So look how these elements, how cool they are. You can color them with your blends too. You're gonna get, and we're gonna be featuring the leaves of holly, but see how beautiful they are? This one is my favorite. Because you're also gonna be getting the distressed gold paper too, which, look at that, is so beautiful. And that also has been on back order. So this is only half of your project. You're gonna make 10 projects in the stamp camp. So you have to be on my email list to be the first ones to find out about it. And actually, usually in my email list, I sell out too. So, you know, you gotta be one of the first ones to get on there. But anyway, this is what's upcoming. And so I wanna show you, for those of you, I wanna show you how beautiful this is. All right, today I'm also featuring kind of our vellum. Our vellum is, you can't even find this in the stores. It's a very thick, kind of heavy vellum. And so I wanna show you how to actually make a card out of it. So this is a piece of our vellum, our cardstock vellum, and it's 5.5 by 8.5. So I'm gonna fold this in half. So this card I'm gonna make super easy, but man, is it gonna pack an impact when you send it to somebody, okay? So I'm just folding that in half. And then I'm taking 2 pieces. This is shimmery white. You probably can't tell, but the shimmery white, also, you could use white, vanilla, however you want to. I made this card originally as kind of a fall type card. So, but yeah, so this one though is gonna be using our beautiful leaves of holly. So let me get out my stamp pad colors. All right, I'm gonna be using a Real Red and Cherry Cobbler for the berries. And then I'm just using the Evening Evergreen for the leaves. Okay, listen, last week I had problems with that Evening Evergreen. So I'm hoping that I don't have those same problems today, right? So I'm gonna take 1 piece. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm gonna start with let's do our really big leaf. So there's a background one. So there's a background and then an overlay. So I'm gonna start off with a really big one, and then I'm gonna stamp it off first because I don't want it quite so dark. And then I'm just gonna put a few of these on the front of my card. Probably 3. I want one right here, like that. All right, and then we'll do the 3rd one, just kind of like here. And there might be a little variation of color, and that's okay because obviously they're leaves. They're supposed to be, you know, definitely a variation of color. There we go. So there's our background. I'm going to clean this off before I go on so I don't get green ink everywhere. Last time I did it last week, I left for New York right afterwards. And so I got, so far so good. All right, so now we're going to switch to the detail. And then the detail, I will leave just full strength. So I usually call it half strength, full strength. And we're just gonna go ahead and line that up and just go right over top of it. Look how beautiful these leaves are. This, to me, hollies and holly berries and holly leaves, they are all very traditionally Christmas. So you obviously can position these better. I'm just, you know, I'm just putting them on there. And you could even line it up probably better too. There you go. So the next thing I want to do is I want to take some, we're also gonna take some holly berries, and I use Real Red for the background, and then, and Cherry Cobbler for like the overlay. So I have this little thing of berries, and so we'll start with the Real Red, and I'm just gonna add a couple of them, you know, just kind of dangling, hanging around. And I'm gonna put one here. And then I'm gonna put one I'm gonna run through on the side there. All right, I'm gonna leave my cleaner open so I can just, you guys don't need to see me clean, but I'm gonna clean before I put away because it can be a disaster. All right, now I'm gonna go Cherry Cobbler. Now look at how it just makes these berries look so real to me with that on there. So here we go. Do any of you guys already own this bundle? I've had it, and it went unorderable because I was actually gonna do the stamp camp a while ago, but it wasn't available. So it just became available again recently. So this was definitely a very popular product to begin with. And so anyway, I'm excited to finally be able to offer this. We've been working on it because then the gold paper wasn't available. It is now, but just it's on low inventory too. So not for long probably. All right, so next up, let's see here. Let's go ahead and just finish this card up. So one of the things that you, let me get this piece out of here. Thinking, where is the rest of my card? It's around here. Here we go. I stuck it aside. So I already ran through this. This label is also inside that holly. Let me show you. You can see the pieces that are in here. So you get all of the berries, the leaves, and then you have these. You have a couple different labels too, and then you also have some sprigs. We always love sprigs, right? I'm gonna need this. So since I have it open, I'm gonna take this out of there because I'm gonna run that through really, really quick. So I'm just gonna run that through. So my berries are I'm gonna have some 3D berries. I'm gonna close up some of those stamp pads so I don't get ink everywhere. This one is just a normal, your normal layering. So I'm just gonna run a set of those berries through. I got one of my, oh geez, Rhonda, I bumped it. One of my customers messaged me this week and she wants to buy the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. And she's like, which one should I get first, the little one or the big one? I'm like, oh, that's such a hard question. I love, oh goodness. It must be I'm like shaky. All right, if this one doesn't go through, I'm just gonna, my paper is just a little bit too big, that's why. Anyway, I'm like, that's a hard decision. How would you guys answer that? If you had to choose between one or the other, which one would you think that you would pick for, I told her if it was if you only could, I love them both and they both serve totally different purposes. And if I had to choose my first one, I would definitely get the big one because I do love to do embossing folders and not all of our embossing folders work in the little one, but I probably use my little one even more than my big one. All right, here we go. I'm gonna glue down. I'm putting glue just in the 4 corners because that's really all you need. And then this, if you probably can't see it, but this is that vellum cardstock that I folded in half, and that's gonna go on the front here. You definitely could have stamped the inside of this. I didn't, and I'm not gonna get all those stamps back out again. So I just put, again, in the corners. Oh, here's a little trick that I do. I actually open this up, and I line this up with the one on the front. But the glue is here. That way they are exactly at the same. And then I will fold this over. So here is the front of my card, and then I open it up and there's the inside. And again, you could have decorated that. All right, so let's take our words. We could do Christmas wishes, season's greetings. I'm gonna do Christmas wishes with our evening evergreen color. What a beautiful, beautiful Christmas color. So I'll do Christmas wishes on that label. Look at that, it fits perfectly. That's how Stampin' Up is so smart. And that's gonna get put right down here. I am gonna put that on with dimensionals, which I know I've got floating around here somewhere. Here we go. Before I glue that down, I also want to, I didn't want to do all of this here on the video because I know sometimes it just gets a little long. But what I did do as well, so you know I ran through, there's our Christmas wishes. I ran through that set of berries, and then this one I'm gonna have kind of so it does also pop up. We're gonna make like a little, and then I ran through with gold foil. Goodness, I got them over here. Gold foil, I ran through a couple of the sprigs. And then remember last week I used this glitter paper. It's unorderable right now, but a lot of you guys ordered, yep, you guys all said the big one first. I agree, absolutely. So this is unorderable, but it'll be back in a couple weeks, but I just had to use it on this card. So I'm just gonna take some mini glue dots and stick those down. I'm gonna stick my berry down too. So now we just build this up really easy. So just some berries there. And then we're gonna take just some sprigs and stick them all around here. This one is a little bit of the bigger sprig, and I love it with that, almost like that evergreen sparkle. See, if you didn't have that bundle already, you can add it on as a part of the stamp camps. You'll want that bundle, because we're not gonna be running all these little detailed things for you. Okay, so there's some sprigs, and last but not least, this is so beautiful. I wish you could actually see it in person. I know vellum, like this is gonna be hard for you to see because it's vellum on the background, so you really can't see it very well, but it's such a gorgeous card. The vellum makes everything so soft and so sweet. So I'm taking this gold shimmer ribbon, which is, so when you order the class, I will give you just enough for this to be able to complete your cards too. So you'll have it in your card kit when you place your order for this class. All right, so now I'm just gonna take that, but it just lays so pretty, makes such pretty bows. And here we go. Just gonna grab another mini glue dot and stick that on the front of our card right there with that. Okay, what do you guys think of this one? Absolutely gorgeous. So again, our first one was very fun and playful, and this one is just totally gorgeous and beautiful. So, and remember, this one does open up, and then here's where you'll write your message. You could also stamp some more of these greetings on the inside, and you could also decorate the inside. I just didn't do that just so I don't take forever. All right, let's go on to our next card. Oh, this next card is fun. Something a little different. I've never done this card before, but I'm gonna do it for you guys. All right, so you need a 1/4 sheet of paper. I'm using real red. And then with that holly leaves suite is this absolutely stunning, you don't even need to do anything because it's so beautiful paper. And it's called, what's it called? Boughs of Holly. But so look at these beautiful poinsettias. And the back side is just very neutral to use with anything. This one is like pines. Such beautiful paper. Look at that one. It's almost like the hollies are like real. They're so, so pretty. Anyway, so there is the Boughs of Holly paper. It's very rich. And that's what I'm using here. So this is a 4 1/4 by 5, no, 4 by 5 1/4 piece. And that's gonna get glued down to our 1/4 sheet. That is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So then I'm taking, have you guys, I'm sure, the Scalloped Contours dies. This is by far one of the, most popular dies. I use it all the time. So I'm taking this one out of our Scalloped Contours. And I'm taking a piece of cardstock that's about 3 1/2 inches wide, and I am going to fold that in half. All right. Hey, a shout out to everybody who got the retreat in a box. I hope your guys' arrived already. They went out last Thursday and Friday. That was something else, but they are all out. Okay, so I folded that in half. So then what I'm doing, you could do this really with any dies set, but this one I love because of the size. And then I'm just gonna layer this down and run this through the, well, this one, I think we could do the stamping, this one. Let's see here. Because it's, this you can go up to about 3 1/2 inches. So to show you, I'm running this through and I'm gonna keep it just shy of the end. I'm not gonna cut off this end. So this is the folded side. And then you're just gonna, put that down here, and then that is gonna get ran through. And when I did this, I've already done this because I knew I was gonna possibly screw this up, but let's see. I'm gonna try, maybe I wouldn't screw it up. It's not as hard as it looks. You could even use like washi tape to kind of hold it in place, but let's see how I did. All right, I think I'm done with this guy today. Put these back. All right, so then when you pull it off, oh, see, I didn't, I messed it up. All right, but see, that's the beauty of it. It's because I did one before I got here, and this is what you are left with. I just didn't put the things all the way down. But it cuts through both, and see, so it cuts through both, and then I have this almost like a little bit of a book, and that's gonna go on the front of my card. So this is the card that actually opens, and it's got the really cute little scallops around it. I also ran through 2 deckled rectangles. I just like that little deckled look. And then this is layered on a piece of garden green, which I think really matches this. So let's go back to our leaves of a holly. I'm taking the smaller one, and for this one, I'm using a garden green stamp pad. So I'm just gonna stamp this really quick. Just a couple, this one is a much smaller piece, so I don't need to stamp, you know, anything hugely on it. Put that over there. Again, ink it up. And I'm just gonna put a couple of these on here. All right, and then I'm gonna clean these later. It's funny how I start to lose my patience. And then, oops, I hope I'm not out of the screen. All right, so then we are going to just do the overlay in the garden green over top there, and then this one. So if there's a part you kind of missed, that just covers it all right up. All right, and then our little berries, you gotta put some berries on there. Same, I love the real red and the cherry cobbler, so I'll do that next. All right, real red. All right, and then cherry cobbler with the little overlay, the little, oh, this is making me nervous. I'm gonna close that baby up. And then this one is cherry cobbler. All right. This, I gotta move this out. Well, not yet. Here we go. It just is so messy for you guys on the screen. That's just my background scrap piece. There, I'll get that out of the way now because it's so messy looking. All right, so there's that. Oh, I got some ink over there. Last but not least, I'm going to use the words that are in here. It's peace, and I like to build it, I kind of build it up in front of me. So I have peace, then there's the and then I have the, which is gonna stick. It's all right, peace, and then there's joy down here. All right, so you just kind of line it up how you want it to. If you wanted to, you could actually take like a grid paper so that it would be perfectly centered and you would get it just the way that you want it. Those of you who know me know I really don't care that much. I just wanted to quit sticking to my finger. There you go. All right, peace and joy. It does not want to leave me. It likes me a whole lot. Oh, for Pete's sake. All right, that's about right. Okay, so then I have another circle out of the stylish shapes. We're gonna stamp our peace and joy on there. You would do a much better job getting that straight. I didn't have the patience for it. Mine is peace and joy after a couple glasses of wine or eggnog. That's what mine is. There you go. Stick a dimensional on there. And then this is gonna go right here. I wish I could do it so that it was covering a little bit more of my little smudge mark. You guys won't have that smudge mark, I promise you. There's that. And that gets layered. I'm gonna close this too because I obviously am having issues with ink again. And this is gonna get glued down to this piece here. See, it's so pretty when it all comes together. We're gonna take some of that, this gold, gorgeous gold ribbon and tie that on here. So it is so pretty. There you go. It just brings it all together. And then on the inside, I just have a replica of the outside of the pieces that I used. Isn't that so pretty? That just makes the card. This gold shimmer ribbon. Whoops. So on the inside, I just have another deckled rectangle and on the garden green. So that will go down there. And this is where you would just write your message, stamp another message. Here we go. And then that's gonna go on the inside. What a fun card. So it's something that's just so simple, but so when they get this card, well then last but not least, here, we gotta get some of our stars. And this is where I'm gonna really cover the fact that I didn't stamp that quite. Let's see here, I gotta look for a minute. I gotta look a little closer. We'll put a big one there. Oh boy. I gotta just pay attention for a little bit. I don't know. I usually use my, I don't know if I like that. When I take the picture for this, I am so going to straighten my Peace and Joy up. There. It does, it's crooked, but I'm gonna fix that. When I take my picture for this, it's gonna look so much better, and that's the one that I'll use for the tutorial. All right, so we're just gonna sprinkle on a couple of these stars in the background. And again, I wouldn't only put one there, but I wanted to hide my smudge. There you go. So Peace and Joy, but look how cool it is opening that up. The actual card itself is so beautiful. All right, there's our 3 cards. And again, these stars are so much prettier in person because they're iridescent. So I've got, don't leave yet, or you can if you want to, but I have one more project to share with you. Here are the cards from today. So they're all kind of unique, where this one was the vellum, made out of vellum, super beautiful. This one was where we inked up the embossing folder. So which of these is your guys' favorite? We love to do that, yes. And then this one is just a really neat layout where you would open it up and then write your message right there, but showcasing that beautiful paper and the beautiful holly leaves. And I'm gonna restamp that so it's straight. So, but not right now. Okay, the last project I have is a bag. Again, I love to be able to do gift giving with all of our supplies. So what you want to do, well, what you're definitely gonna want is to have this snowflake paper. This snowflake paper, man, it is awesome. And so I'm gonna take a piece of this and I'm gonna use, so one side is like flocking, or there's 3 different, I'll show you. There's 3 different pieces. 3 of them are like that, look at that iridescent. Isn't that wicked cool? And then the other pieces are white flocking, so that snowflakes, like it's just fun to touch. So I'm gonna use one of these white flocking pieces, and we're gonna make a gift bag. So you can, I'm sure you guys all have, again, some 12 by 12 paper. I'm gonna clean some of these stamps off. Whoops, uh-oh, I'm shaking you. Just because this one I'm gonna straighten out and stamp again, so I'm not gonna take that one off. That Peace and Joy, oh, that one needs some work. All right, you need to have your piece that is going to be 12 by 9. So you're gonna cut off 3 inches. And I think next week I'm gonna design a project using this piece because I'll have that left over. All right, so now you need your scoring tool, and we are gonna score down the 12-inch side. Make sure you have your scoring side. And when you're with vellum, you gotta be careful when you're scoring. Don't like push super hard, right? You gotta push kind of just mediocrely hard. Oh my gosh, almost all of you like the last one. It was cool. I did love the last one. I just gotta stamp my Peace and Joy straight and it'll be perfect. Watch, when I just post my sample. All right, so 5 inches, and then I'm going to score it. So this is just scoring. So at 5 and at 7. And then, I'm pushing, but I'm also pushing carefully. So then you do 2 inches down the other 2 sides. There's that side, and then this side. All right. There you go. Okay. Now you just go ahead and take your bone folder, and you're gonna fold along those lines, again, kind of carefully. With vellum, it's just a little bit trickier than cardstock, but just kind of be a little patient, which we all know that's not Ronda's strength, but if I can do it, you can do it, trust me. And then down the other side as well. So it was a 9x12 piece of paper, and then you score it at, 5 and 7, and the other side, it's just down 2 inches down the sides. There you go. And then this way too. So much has happened since I've seen you guys last week. It's November now, last week was October. Let's see, Stampin' Up announced their year-end awards. That was really fun for me. A lot of my team members and friends and a lot of my training clients, like hundreds, were in the top 150. So that's always really fun. So because you guys buy all my classes, lots of my classes and events, I was number 13 this year. So since I've been a demonstrator, I've been in the top 20 every year for 22 years, 21 years. So that's exciting, and I just am so grateful. Anyway, okay, so then I folded along those lines, and then you're just going to trim up. I tell you that, obviously not to be boastful. It's actually quite uncomfortable. But because it's confidence. Like, okay, this, you want to be confident if you're giving your money to somebody or you're ordering with someone that they are, gonna do what they say they're gonna do. And so and I try my best. So 20 some years later, we're still doing it here. All right, and then you just trim along that, and I just kind of trim off a little bit because if I don't cut that straight, which I didn't cut this one very straight. All right, so you just pick 2 of the sides. I'm gonna pick these 2 top ones. I'm gonna put adhesive all the way down and then a little bit here across the top. Same thing over here. Guys, this is gonna be the most beautiful bag. It's so pretty. I also like to leave the flaps in because it just gives the bag a little bit more stability. So I put adhesive on those tabs. Okay, so you're just gonna glue the one side down. Let's see if I can get this. You could actually see. I just glue this down to create the one side. I'm gluing down the tab first. And then the side that has the glue already will then get glued down. And again, with this one, you're gluing down vellum and this flocking. I really recommend Stampin' Seal Plus for that. All right, so that's glued down. I like to do this way. And then same thing this other side. And you can do this with regular paper too and cardstock, but man, is this just gorgeous. You could make it a luminary if you wanted to. So that you could put like a candle in there if you wanted to. But this is actually a bag, and it's a really neat, it's a 2x5 inch size bag. So you can fill it with all kinds of goodies. So let me show you one that I already have done. So here's one that I already have done, and I've used more of the iridescent one. So now we're just gonna, we're gonna create this really awesome tag for it. So I wanted to showcase the vellum. So I took some of our vellum and ran it through the Wintry embossing folder. Stylish Shapes, if you could tell, this is the Stylish Shapes. Again, most people always ask me, what's the 2 most recommended are the Scalloped Contours and then the Stylish Shapes. So we've used tons of these different colors. I'm gonna be using, let me get out a couple other little things here. I wanna add, I'm taking a little 3/4 inch punch, kind of like making like a grommet, if that's what you would call it. I'd call it a grommet, so I need 2 of those. And then I also like to make the bottom of the box a little bit stronger for whatever you put in there. So I cut a 2x5, and I usually put this on before I assemble. I didn't do it this time. But that is for the bottom of the box. And I just use with whatever color, and I chose Night of Navy to use as my little accent color for this one. The other one I used Blackberry Bliss. So we're gonna stamp the words, friends like you make this season special. We're using the Christmas to Remember stamp set. So I've only used 2 different main products. I used the Leaves of Holly bundle today, and then the Christmas to Remember. So you could have a Holly Jolly Christmas, and the sample I used May This Be a Christmas to Remember and Cherish. Like this one a lot. I used it in my last punch art. All right, so I'm gonna stamp the words on this one with Night of Navy. You're gonna wanna use like a darker color, because then I'm gonna layer over that vellum just to make it extra soft and special. I have just a standard hole punch. So just the, one you'd use like for just a standard one. Put that away so Rhonda doesn't make another mess. Put a little bit of glue. Sorry, I think I might have been out of the screen there. And so I'm gonna glue these little grommets down, this is a place for you, so you can put a handle that, you want it to, it'll strengthen it. Because again, vellum is gentle. So I just went ahead and, so I can just create my grommet there by doing that. And then the other side. And then you fill that baby up with whatever you want to. Let me show you what my sample one, what I would put. So this is a gift for a paper crafter. Look at what's inside. It's adhesive. Look how much this bag holds. It holds a thing of mini glue dots, the green Tombow glue. It also holds tear and tape and dimensionals. So look, all of that fits right in here so nicely. I think this is because we all need adhesive all the time. Obviously you could also make some baked goods, but see this one I use Blackberry Bliss as kind of my accent color. Isn't that so pretty? And then I use Blackberry Bliss ink. It just softens it up there. All right, for this ribbon on this one, I'm using this really awesome silver mesh that is in the annual catalog. And a lot of people use it actually for Halloween, but not me. I love this for Christmas. So I am gonna just thread this through here, and it's really wide, but it actually very nicely gets narrow. It just adds the right amount of glitz and sparkle, and so I love to use it for gift wrapping. I have rolls and rolls of this that I love to use for when I wrap presents too. See how cool it is? Do you guys love this or what? Obviously I love it. Love this so much. And then you just pull this shut and tie your big, huge, beautiful, glitzy bow. So this is called, again, you're gonna wanna order this, metallic mesh ribbon. So it is just perfect to add just that perfect amount of little sparkle to your projects. And I'll trim off a little bit, but not a lot, because I want it to be a big, beautiful bow. Look at that. Okay, so there is, and I love how the vellum you can still read it. I don't know if you guys can see that in the video. And of course, last but not least, we gotta throw some of these stars on here. That will give it just the perfect amount of more sparkle. I just threw that somewhere. Perfect amount of little extra sparkle. I gotta get my picker tool back up here. There you go. So there's your gift giving idea for today. All right, hello everybody. I'm back up here now, let's see. Not too bad with the same. You do have that, Karen says she has that mesh ribbon. All right, so here is the bag. You can kind of see a little bit better this way. And there's the back of it with that big, beautiful bow. The one I did, again, look at that iridescent. Now that does look so cool. So this is the iridescent, and this is the very soft flocking. So this is, and then, okay, so to wrap things up, this is your Christmas class. And your Christmas class consists of this week, so I do them every week. To have the class sent to you, you just have to place your online order by Monday at midnight. with my online store. I gave you a link that has the host code already in it, so that way I'll know that you ordered for this class. If you don't use that link, then I won't know. So this was the one that we did that has this really cool opening on it, using the holly leaves and the boughs of holly. This is our first one we did. Again, beautiful, fun colors with a soft sea foam. So you're gonna wanna have that Woodlands embossing folder. And then this was our beautiful vellum card that we did. Look at the gorgeous gold ribbon. This is the gold shimmer ribbon. I love that too. So by the way, if you're going to plan on signing up for the Leaves of Holly Stamp Camp, you're going to get a whole roll of that ribbon too. All right, so there's the inside, a card that's made out of vellum. And this was made out of shimmer white too, so you can't even tell how special that card is. And then last but not least, we did some packaging ideas, and so here is that one. All right, let me know which one's your favorite. I am going to put this on YouTube as well in case you need to watch the replay. Again, if you place your $35 order, I send you the kit. You get 2 of each card, so 6 cards total, and pieces for the bag. I do not send like all the dots and things I use, which the only ones I used were the adhesive stars. And if your order is over $50, you will get the stars too as a free gift from me. All right, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm so grateful you guys joined me, and have a great rest of your weekend. And I will be here next Thursday again for 4 more Christmas projects. So hopefully I'll see you then. Bye-bye.